Okay. How are you?
Fine, Prabhuji. How are you, Prabhuji?
Very good, very good. I am in
After a
Australia,
long
Sydney.
time,
I am
you are in
calling you
Sydney.
from I am in Australia, Sydney.
Okay, 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 okay.
It is cold here, 8 degrees Celsius. Winter.
8 days. Yeah, so it is midnight almost, not Prabhuji?
Yeah, almost 11 o'clock, not midnight. About to become midnight.
Hare
1 hour.
Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Mm.
Prabhuji, you are facing the second winter.
Yeah. I will have 2 summers, 2 winters.
Yeah, that's what. Nice experience.
How's the
Yeah.
progress, Prabhuji, in Australia? If you just share
Yes.
to our group.
Yeah, it's going good. We are we have registered Hare Krishna movement Sydney
Okay,
and going to start temple activities soon.
okay.
So
So
we are
temple
waiting for
construction will start or uh,
yes. Temple construction
okay.
also will start in another 6 months' time.
Very good, Prabhuji. Very good.
Okay, so we are waiting for some visa formalities, but we can get some devotees. Mm.
Okay, 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 okay.
So because here it is a foreign country, so we have to have visa. Huh?
Yeah,
So
yeah,
some things we are working out because entity formation, all these things took some time. So slowly we are doing.
yeah, yeah.
Okay. So we are going to start also Akshay Patra here.
Akshabatam.
Mm.
Yeah, in West Bengal, you have got the complete order, Prabhuji, from the West Bengal government for feeding
Uh,
all students across West Bengal. That it has come to the newspaper.
I heard it's not all students. They have given us um, some kitchens, some places. Some I think they're going to give to ISKCON also. ISKCON Mayapur.
Mayapur is gone.
Okay,
Yeah, yeah.
okay, okay. We thought
Yes.
that it is for ISKCON Bangalore, but
Yeah,
ISKCON
but no,
Mayapur also now started the Akshay Patra, Prabhuji.
they have not heard Akshay Patra. They will do their feeding program. Anyway, still it is under discussion. Whatever I heard is because they are already there for so many years in West Bengal. So they are also, lobbying. Anyway, no problem. Whatever everybody has to do. We have to cover the whole state. That's all. Either we or they, anybody. Doesn't matter. ठीक
Very
है.
good.
Fine. This is the progress. See, the only things are taking shape. Hope that uh, Prabhupada will bless us. Okay. So Kamath family, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Yes.
Hare
Nice
Krishna.
nice to be with you again. Yes, again.
Yeah, it was a little gap
After a
because
long time. Yes.
the gap. Felt
Yes.
it was almost a month, I think, because I was traveling
Yes.
and
Yes.
some
Yes.
meetings, all these things. Yeah. Gupta ji, Hare Krishna.
Nice to see you after a long time. Today I had
Yes,
to
yes.
set an alarm also. Might be myself.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Yes, Gupta ji. I couldn't hear you. Huh?
Yeah, voice not
Yeah,
clear.
voice is not clear. I think maybe he's traveling. Yes, गुप्ता जी थोड़ा आवाज कम आ रहा है आपका. हम्म, ठीक है. हाँ. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Maybe once you are back home, we'll speak to you. You
Yes.
can hear now.
Yes. Yes.
Hmm, hmm. ठीक है. So we have Janardhan Prabhu, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu Dhanavad Pranam, Hare Krishna.
Krishna. Then we have Shobha ji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Dear Krishna Prabhu and Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Yes, then we have Bhumika Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam.
Dandavats, Hare Krishna. Right. There is some, lighting I couldn't manage. Fine, anyway, whatever it is. voice is important.
Yes.
Face is not important. Okay.
Correct.
So managing the voice. Okay, so let's begin our session with prayers to Prabhupada and Lord Krishna. So I have told Rahul, my assistant, to send all the recordings of 18th chapter. This is the 8th session we are having of 18th chapter. He's going to make a playlist and share in the group for all of us. Okay. So that it is a continuity, because we want to again catch up with some things which we have not attended, or we have to little revise or understand some things. Okay. Fine, let's begin. नम ओम विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे श्री श्री राधा वृंदावन चंद्र की जय श्री श्री निताई गौरंग की जय श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय निताई गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल. Okay, so we have been discussing on chapter 18, the last chapter in the Bhagavad Gita, which is titled Conclusion, the Perfection of Renunciation. So this chapter is actually, as Prabhupada says, is the supplementary summarization of what Krishna has already spoken in the 17 chapters earlier. Right? So in that way, Krishna has given a overview of all the topics he's going to speak in chapter 2. And now in the 18th chapter again, he is summarizing what all he has spoken. So the whole Bhagavad Gita is speaking about giving up our worldly attachment, not worldly duties, worldly attachment to whatever we do, and offering the results of those works to Krishna. Right? The whole Bhagavad Gita's message is Nishkama Karma. Right? Right now, we are doing activities with attachment to result. Right? Phala apekshita karma. Whereas Krishna teaches this phala apekshita karma, or having desire to enjoy the results of the work, is the cause of entanglement. Right? So, whereas when we do our activities for Krishna's satisfaction, and remain detached from this material world with regard to all the different various arrangements which Krishna has made here, that is called Nishkama Karma. Right? Sakama Karma, Nishkama Karma. This is the subject matter which is being dealt in every chapter again and again. So Arjuna begins this chapter by asking two questions. So what is this renunciation, Tyaga? And what is this renounced order of life, sannyasa? Please explain to me, Krishna. He asks. I wish to understand, because this is what Krishna has been talking about in the whole Bhagavad Gita. Right? Give up your attachment to this material world. Give up your attachment to these so many fruits of activities in different ways. Krishna has been telling. So Arjuna asks these questions, and Krishna is explaining how when you say detachment or renunciation of from the activities, means Krishna says renunciation from the results of activities. Not that you have to renounce the work. No, work has to be performed, but the results which you get from the result of the work, that has to be renounced. The renounced means that has to be used for Krishna's service. Krishna says sarva karma phala tyaga. Whatever activity you do, sarva karma, phala tyaga. Every work has some result, phala. That fruit has to be renounced. That result has to be renounced. Because we are addicted to work for the result, for our own enjoyment, for our own purpose. Everybody works for, that is called fruitive mentality. Work for some result. If there is no result, why I should work? If I don't get benefit, if I don't get profit, result means what benefit I get, what profit I get, what labha, what adoration I get. It's like that. Since few days, agitation is happening in Jantar Mantar in Delhi. Everybody is going there. All the influencers, all the different social media people, politicians, film actors, everybody is thinking I'll get something there. I can become famous there. Let's see. So everybody's agenda is that only. How I can get some benefit. It's which Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, "Na dhanam, na janam, na sundarim, na kavitam, va jagadish kamai." I don't want dhana, jana, sundari, kavita. Means don't want wealth, don't want followers, right? Don't want beautiful women or attraction to opposite sex or glorification. Just see, this is what four things people are running after: results, fruits of activities. Where I'll get wealth, where I'll get followers, where I'll get attraction to opposite sex, where I'll get glorification, right? That is what everybody is working for. Whereas Krishna says, giving up these results of these results in all the activities, which is either dhana, jana, or attraction to opposite sex or glorification, is what is renunciation. And this state of consciousness, this state of existence is called renunciation, is called sannyasa, renounced order of life, right? So, what are the various nuances with regard to when you say you have to give up the results of activities? How to give up that? What are the different various factors involved in that? Is what Krishna analyzes from in this chapter up to verse 40. So many factors he analyzes. Right? He says action has 5 factors from Vedic perspective. There is the place of action, the performer of action, instruments of action. There is endeavor with every action, and finally, every action has to be sanctioned by the Supreme Lord, Supreme Will. Right? Apart from that, action also has when a person has to perform action, he has to have jnanam neyam. Right? Krishna says for further constituents of action. Jnanam neyam parigyata. Right? The knowledge, object of knowledge, knower, or the 3 factors which motivate action. Which what is that intuition for with which a person works, and the work itself has threefold basis of every action. It is Krishna says it is karanam, karma, karta. It is very technically Krishna goes on to explain initially, and later on he says the various factors like the karma activities we do, the performer of activities is karta, and the knowledge with which a person performs activities, the understanding or the intelligence with which the performer performs actions, and when you want to do some activity, there's a determination required. Diti, just like you have to walk from, or rather go from one place to other place, you have to have that determination. Yes, I will complete this task. Right. So whereas you don't have that determination to complete the task, you just divert your attention and you just go away here and there. And that will not complete the task what you have taken up. Determination is required. And while you are having all these various factors behind your intelligence, your determination, your knowledge about the activity, everything, if you are not experiencing happiness, joy within, then it will not motivate you to work. So all these factors Krishna explained under the 3 different modes, right? In the previous chapters. So now Going forward, Krishna is explaining that in the verse 40, which we have read last time, that everybody in this material world, whole universe, starting from Brahma down to the smallest living entity, everybody is influenced by these three modes. Natadasti prithivyam va divi deveshu va punaha sattvam prakriti jair muktam yadevihi syat tribhir gunaihi. Is what Krishna is telling, that there is no being existing either here or among the demigods in the higher planetary systems which is freed from the three modes of material nature. Basically, Krishna want to say that this material nature means it is composed of three modes. Any action you do have so many various constituents in it, so many other emotional background in it, and all those factors are influenced by the energy of Krishna known as Maya energy. And Maya energy is acting in three ways, three characteristic ways, influencing our consciousness. Right? They are called Sattva-guna, Rajoguna, Tamoguna, which we have discussed in 15th chapter, 14th chapter very elaborately. So here Krishna is telling that like this, everybody's actions, in terms of the understanding with which they work, in terms of the knowledge with which they work, in terms of the determination which they take up the action, in terms of different happiness they experience, is all influenced by three modes of nature. Which means three modes of nature is all pervading. Trivir Gunamayer Bhavir Evi Sarvam Idam Jagat. Krishna says in 7th chapter. And this whole world is influenced by three modes of nature, and everybody is influenced by this. Everybody is, is having complete, they are completely under the clutches of this Maya, Krishna says. So, having explained this much, now Krishna comes to the practical aspect of how the society, human society, is divided into four varnas. Right? Fourth chapter, Krishna says about these varnas. In fact, about this varnashrama, Krishna has been mentioning about from the very beginning. And in second chapter itself, Krishna says about the duty, swadharma, of Arjuna is, he is a Kshatriya, he has to perform his duty of a Kshatriya. Duty means tasks which he has to perform. Right? We discussed about a concept called Karya and Kriya. Right? Kriya means unit action, which when performed continuously, many kriyas will become karya. So, as a kshatriya, he has to do many kriyas, which will all amount to what is known as karya of a kshatriya, duty of a kshatriya. So, like this, the society, human society, Krishna says, Chatur Varnyam Maya Shishtam Guna Karma Yuhagasha. The whole human society can be divided into four social divisions, Chatur Varnyam, and they are created by Krishna himself. Guna Karma Vibhagasha. Guna means three qualities. And based on their quality, influence of the modes of nature, and the type of work a person is having as a background, society can be divided into four divisions. That's what Krishna says in the fourth chapter. And about this Varnashrama, throughout the Gita, Krishna has explained in different places. So here, Krishna is going to explain the qualities or the nature of these four divisions of society, human society. What are their duties actually? Very interesting, because we have just understood the philosophy of the how work has so many ingredients, so many constituents, right? Just like when you say you want to make khichdi, khichdi has rice, khichdi has dal, khichdi has some spices, khichdi has vegetables, khichdi has that, water. So many things come up, no? So work has many ingredients. Like five factors of action, five and different constituents of action, different emotional aspects of action, Happiness is also an emotion. So we have understood the theory of any action, of any activity for that matter. But now, coming practically with regard to society, how a particular human being in a specific situation under a specific mode, how will he function is the point Krishna is explaining now. So Krishna says how this whole material world is influenced by these three modes of nature. In verse text number 41, Krishna explains Brahmana, Kshatriya, Visham, Shudranam, Chaparantapa, Karmani Pravibhaktani, Prabhavair Gunai. See, Karmani means activities. So, Brahmana, Kshatriya, Visham, Shudram. Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, and Shudras are distinguished by their qualities of work. Hmm? So, just as in accordance with the modes of nature. So, what type of work the different divisions in society are going to enact or going to perform depends on which mode of nature they are influenced. This is what Krishna says. So broadly, society is classified into four divisions based on the type of work they do. It's like now how we say in society, or this class of workers, they are this is the class of businessmen, you can say. What is the class of engineers? The class of professionals, IT professionals, or it is a class of say vegetable vendors, right? Everybody has societies. It's like we have chamber of commerce. All business people, they have got membership there. So like that, there are different groups or communities of different streams of business, right? It is called business. Again, there is a group of or a community of scholars or learned people, professors, thinkers, right? And there's again, you can say, what's happening? Why it is resounding? Okay. So again, we can say there is a community of, say there's a, you can say club or group of administrators, all IAS bureaucrats, like that. So society can be broadly classified into these four divisions. Again, when Krishna says Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra, it doesn't mean it is a caste system. It's very, very important to understand this because people always mistake that, Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya means Krishna is talking about caste system. No. Caste system is a sort of a distorted, version of what has happened in India the last, few hundred years. But actually, the society of Vedic culture means it is called Varnashrama institution based on the division, based on the quality of nature one person has acquired, he'll be he'll be designated or assigned to work in that particular stream of discipline. Just like Prabhupada always gives the example. Nowadays, with the education system and the different various arrangements government has made, even an auto rickshaw driver who's considered to be like a labor, his daughter also can become a doctor if proper system is followed, education system, right? Professional, right? Oh, doctor, auto rickshaw driver's daughter should become an auto rickshaw driver only. No, not necessary. Rather, a doctor's son can become auto rickshaw driver, right? Other way, if he doesn't study. Uh, so like this, so many things can happen. Basically, what Krishna want to say is, whatever nature of work one has acquired because of the influence of karma, of his gunas. It's like we read in 13th chapter. Karanam guna sangosya sadasa janma yonishu. Because of the influence of various modes, a living entity can get different types of birth. Right? Somebody is born as as a born in a different, with different natures because of association of different modes. So, again, association of modes means what mode he has associated in his previous life or previous lives. All that is going to add on to your present situation. Whatever we are now, right now is all is that we have associated with different modes in our previous life, because of which we have got this type of a lifetime, this type of a life here with us right now. That's the understanding. So, like this, Krishna is telling broadly, society can be divided into 4 divisions, social divisions: Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra. Again, Bhagavad Gita is a very brief understanding of the Vedic, whole entire Vedic spectrum of understanding. Whereas the Bhagavatam gives a much elaborate understanding. Varna, Ashrama means there are 8 divisions actually. 4 social divisions, 4 spiritual divisions. And with each division, there are multiple further divisions, which Bhagavatam explains further. In Brahmana also there are many varieties of, different varieties of Brahmanas. Administrators, again, varieties. Vanaprasthas, varieties. Brahmacharis, varieties. That Bhagavatam explains further. Whereas here some broad understanding is given. Okay, so Brahmana means a learned person, or he's a knowledgeable person who has studied the Vedas. He has these qualities, right? So Krishna says in verse 42, Kshamo damas tapas shaucham kshantir arjavam evacha jnanam vijnanam astikyam brahma karma swabhavajam, right? Brahma karma swabhavajam. So Brahmanas, their work is like this. Means their actions are like this, based on these very qualities. What are they? Shamaha. Shamaha means their minds are always controlled. Everything they do is with proper mental control. Not that whimsically they do things. No, they do it with a lot of uh, uh, understanding, with a lot of calmness. Not that simply haphazardly they do work. And self-control means their senses are fully controlled. Shamo, Dama, Tapaha, they take up a lot of austerities, voluntary inconvenience in their life. Right? These are 9 qualities mentioned of, if these 9 qualities are found in a person, broadly, then he is considered to be a Brahmana. Not that simply, as it is said in Kali Yuga, people wearing uh, earlier there was the currency in India. All the currency, rupee is a big value. Anas, it was called Anas. 25 Anas, one thread you wear, oh, you're a Brahmana. No, no. Brahmana means these qualities should be seen. Not that anybody wears a white coat, he's called a doctor. Or somebody wearing a black coat is called a lawyer. No. You should have the qualification. These are the qualities. These are the various, symptoms you should have in his behavior, in his disposition. Then he can be called as a Brahmana. He's having mind control, sense control. He takes up austerities for spiritual progress. Shaucham, he's very clean. 3 times in a day he takes bath. Very clean inside and outside. We have heard many times, this word Shaucham in different contexts. Krishna explains. Then Kshantihi. Kshantihi means tolerance. Lot of inconvenience will be there in life, but he tolerates all of them with the only aim of moving forward in spiritual journey. Right? One more very nice quality is Arjavam. Arjavam means honesty or straightforwardness. Right? A Brahmana, he doesn't hesitate to tell truth even to his enemy, Prabhupada says. That is straightforward. He is not having any hypocrisy in his dealings with others. Basically, honesty basically means simplicity or straightforwardness. Very nice quality. Then there is quality of jnana. He's always trying to acquire knowledge about, about life from the scriptural understanding. Guru, Sadhu, Shastra is always hearing. That is called jnana. And whatever he has heard, whatever he is trying to understand, he is trying to apply that in practical life. It is called Vijnanam. And all this should lead him to the practice of dharma or religious principles, astikyam. Not that I am very, honest. I control my mind, I control my senses, but I'm an atheist. No. Right? Because nowadays we see people are talking, I am very spiritual, but I am not religious. I don't know what is this statement. Religious, spiritual. we use them. We use them all as synonymous. Basically, religion has everything. Religion has spirituality. Religion has philosophy. Religion has everything. Sometimes people think religion means it is little, connected to rituals or connected to some way of practices. No, a very type of understanding people have developed. Or spirituality means there is nothing to do with God. Right? God is supreme spirit. How can you separate spirituality without God? They think spirituality means some inner engineering or some sort of a, some other gymnastics you want to do, some meditation you want to do. What do meditation you want to do? Ultimate meditation, as Krishna says, Yoginam abhi sarvesham. Madgatena antaratma. The ultimate meditation is supposed to be happening for Krishna within the heart as Paramatma. It is the highest level of meditation you are supposed to do. So, like these people with as Prabhupada says, poor fund of knowledge, they interpret scriptures or the very famous terms like yoga, meditation, spirituality in their own way and mislead the public. So, all the different various qualities, as mentioned by Krishna in the here, should lead you to become a nice devotee of Krishna. Astikyam, religiousness. So, when these qualities are manifest in a person, either by practice or by his upbringing, then he can be called a Brahmana. A very nice story Prabhupada explains. He says how once there was one in Vedic times there was one boy named Jabala, right? He happened to be the son of a prostitute, but somehow his inclination was to study Vedas, understand Vedas, and want to become a scholar and become a Brahmana basically. So he went to one Rishi, Gautama Rishi, and he said, he wanted to request that Rishi that you please teach me. That was Vedic times is to go approach a spiritual teacher and then request them to teach spiritual knowledge. Tadvidhi pranipatena pariprasthena sevaya. So, first of all, the teacher also before accepting any disciple, spiritual master any accepting any disciple, he has to test the disciple. He has to verify that he is qualified to take up that knowledge, right? So then only he will be accordingly given the specific education or training. Just like a person who wants to study pharmacy, he will not be given any training in engineering, right? His inclination is to study pharmacy. Similarly, a person who is interested to study some IT knowledge, he will not be given any knowledge about some medical anatomy or physiology, like that. So, a person inclined to become study Vedic literature, he is given that knowledge, that understanding, right? And he has to develop these qualities, right? Shamo, Dama, Tapa, Shaucha, Shanti, honesty, straightforwardness. Like this, honesty also means truthfulness. So, when Jabala approached Gautam Rishi to give him training in Vedic understanding, Gautam Rishi wanted to test him. First of all, he asked him, who are you and what is your father? All he started asking. So he told, yes, I am the son of so and so, my mother is so and so. When question of father came, he couldn't answer who is my father because mother never told who is the father. Then he came to his mother and asked, who is my father? Mother said, I also don't know. So he just came and repeated the same thing. My mother says she doesn't know. Then immediately the Rishi, so Gautam Rishi understood, oh, this boy is very honest, straightforward. He's not hiding something. Just like nowadays, to apply for any job, People generally, make very nice, very attractive CV or profile. Many things which are not either qualification also they'll write mentioning. So it will be very promising when you see go for a job interview. Oh, I have done that. I have done this. Actually, many things are all uh, simply written as flowery language just to attract the employer. So like this nowadays people are all show off. Most of the times. Whereas this person was very sincere and honest, Jabala. So immediately the Rishi accepted him as his disciple. He started giving knowledge. Because to become a Brahmana means he has to be straightforward, honest. Not that he's something within and he wants to show off something else. Let's see. Like this, these qualities are manifest in a person, then he can be called a Brahmana. Likewise, you see next verse. Kshatriya qualities are explained. In the 42nd verse, 9 qualities of Brahmana are described. In 43rd verse, 7 qualities of a Kshatriya are described. Hmm. Shauryam tejoti tirudaksham yuddhe chapyapalayanam dhanam ishvara bhavascha kshatram karma sabhavajam. What are the 7 qualities of a Kshatriya? It is said Shaurya. Shaurya means very heroic. Hmm. He's not a coward. That's what Arjuna's situation was. Krishna was telling he was supposed to be a hero. Hero means very valiant and very, uh, forthcoming in fighting, right? Not a coward, right? That's what Arjuna was chastised by Krishna. You're acting like an impotent. Shudram Hridaya Daurbalyam, right? Like that, Krishna was trying to, inspire Arjuna to fight. So, Shauryam, Tejaha. Teja means very powerful. That is that is what Kshatriya means. It's very powerful, very heroic. And then Dhritihi, determination. Means, yes, enemies will put a lot of pressure. Cockroach party, lizard party, so many parties will come. But leaders have to be very strong, determined. Right? Like this, lot of pressure on the, with the administrators. They have to handle all the pressures. Ksha means very expert in managing things. Expert, diplomat. He knows, like how other party may attack in what way, what are the various other influences may come at one time, how different enemies are all trying to strategize to weaken the whole government. So he's very expert in understanding the various indications what he gets. He's very heroic, very powerful, and very determined in his actions. He is Dakshyam. He is very expert in his administration. Yuddhe chapya palayanam. He is never, he said he's always courageous in battle. He'll never run away from the battle. When there is a need for fighting openly, he is not hesitating to fight. Prabhupada again gives a story about this. So one in the recent years during the Mughal period, there was a fight in North India, and one of the Indian, Kshatriya, he was appointed as a minister, commander in chief for that fighting by that Muslim Mughals. So he was supposed to go and fight the enemies and come back victorious, as we have heard in the previous first second chapter. Krishna says, for a Kshatriya, when there is an opportunity for fighting, he will never deny. He is very happy to fight, and either he fights and gains victory, or he fights in the battle and he gives up his life. So Krishna says that life, that giving up of life as a Kshatriya fighting is very glorious. He will reach heavens. Right? Swarga, he will reach. Whereas Kshatriya is not seen that in the battlefield, he is gone to battlefield, but somehow he is afraid and becomes a coward and comes back. No. Yuddhe cha pepalayam. He is running away from the battlefield. That is never expected, right? Like that Deshmanta Khan was somehow he was overpowered by the enemy, so much so that as a commander in chief, he has gone to fight. He has come back without fighting. So when he came back to his his palace, hmm, he was knocking the door, so that he comes inside the palace. So when the servants, started telling somebody is knocking, and they saw that, oh, Yashamanta Khan is standing outside, then they came and reported to the wife of Yashamanta Khan. She told, no, he cannot come back. Either he will come back victorious, or he would have given up his body there in fighting. He must be somebody else, which means Yuddhe Chapipalayanam. Kshatriya's duty is that he's not afraid, he's not fearful, he will run away. Just see. And also Prabhupada says in the modern day context, Kshatriya means he's sitting in his office in AC room and he's ordering poor soldiers to go and fight. No. Kshatriya means he is at the front in the whole battlefield. He is at the forefront fighting and inspiring and taking forward the whole battalion. That is Kshatriya. Like Kurukshetra war, you see, the kings were on the battlefield, and of course all the other soldiers were also accompanying them. That's the point. So, like this, the Kshatriyas have qualities of dana. Dana means he is always charitably disposed. Anybody wants to, anybody comes and asks something, he's ready to give if it is within his capacity. Just like Karna, you see, he was always so charitably disposed. Hmm. Then Ishvara Bhava. Ishvara Bhava means the quality of leadership. Right? Just like we are hearing, just taking a recent example only, how that violence started off, erupted a few days ago, couple of days ago. There was no leader. That's what media is reporting continuously. No leaders. What to do? All are scattered here, there, here, there. Right? You're going to fight against something which is corruption or not good. Should lead with full courage. But nowadays, it is lacking in whatever agitation or something which people want to take up. So, Kshatriya means he should be a leader. Leadership qualities is there, right? Ishvara Bhava. So, these qualities are found in the person. He can become an administrator, right? Like this, Krishna goes on to say next, verse number 44. Krishi go raksha vanijyam, vaishya karma svabhavajam, paricharyatmakam karma, shudrasyapi svabhavajam. Krishna is telling three qualities of a Vaishya. Vaishya means businessman. Businessman nowadays, people think he should be busy in stock market, mutual fund, that fund, this fund, only money, money, money. No. Vaishya also has responsibility of Krishi Goraksha. Then Vanijya. Then banking. Right. So, farming, cow protection, Goraksha. These three are responsibilities of Vaishya. It's like you see in Vrindavan, Nanda Baba, he is considered to be Vaishya. Why? Because he was involved in cow protection. He was involved in farming. And whatever they used to, produce and get extra additional milk products, he used to do the, marketing of it, Vanijya, commerce of it. Like that. So Vaishya means these three aspects, Krishi, Go, Raksha, Vanijyam. And one who is not having any of these qualities, then he is called a laborer, Shudra. He is going to assist all the other different divisions of society. He is going to assist the Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya. He is called a Shudra. Paricharyatmakam karmam is a labor and service to others. That is called Shudra. So like this, Krishna says, what verse 45, Svesve karman abhirataha samsiddhim labate naraha swakarma nirataha siddhim yatha vindati tashrunu. So, in the society broadly, these four divisions, social divisions can be seen. And by following these various qualities of work, which again, qualities of work means everybody has got guna karma vibhagasha. Everybody has one type of a nature which he has acquired by his previous karma. He'll be inclined to do that type of work only. This is what Krishna is trying to tell us here. So, like this, everybody, if you can simply do the inclination of work which they are supposed to be doing as per the directions of scriptures, what happens? Krishna says he can attain perfection. Just see, such a wonderful statement Krishna is making. So basically, Krishna is trying to tell that not that if you are only a laborer, you will not get to perfection. No, because he's inclined to do that work. So if he does his work perfectly, he will be he'll be achieving perfection. He'll be achieving perfection means he will perfection of this human form of life. Right? This is Krishna is a new principle Krishna is telling here. He told some fully about actions now, action, activity, and how the society can be divided into four divisions based on this activity. Now Krishna is telling if each of these different divisions of society, varna and ashramas, simply perform their duties, simply perform their works, whatever duties are there, if they simply perform, they can become perfect, means they can achieve perfection in their life. That is, this human life with regard to the perfection is going to attain liberation. That's what Krishna is trying to tell us here. So, how to get liberation is what Krishna is going to explain now. See how it's a flow. What Krishna is talking now. Arjuna's question of what is Tyaga, what is sannyasa? Krishna explained that Tyaga, sannyasa doesn't mean you give up everything and sit silently. Shantam, anandam. No. You have to act in a particular way. You have to work in a particular way. Your consciousness should be particular, way should be trained. Your mind should be having one thought process. That's what Krishna is telling all these verses, 18th chapter. It is what he has spoken in the previous chapters, actually. So, how to attain perfection of life? Right? Yesterday, I was hearing Prabhupada's lecture. Prabhupada says the Bengali proverb is there. Bhajan kara, sadhan kara, mrityu jaan le hai. Means, at the time of death, what all different works you have done, whether your bhajana, sadhana, all that is put to test. If you are able to remember Krishna at the time of your death, at the time of giving your mrityu, at the time of your mrityu, that is perfection of life. Right? So that's what Krishna is going to explain now. Hmm. Yes, various activities, various actions, all things we are doing. But what is perfection? Perfection is trying to liberate ourselves from this life. Mrityoma amrutam gamaya. Tamasima jyotir gamaya. Right? Right? Like this, our life is meant to attain perfection. Perfection means liberation from the cycle of birth and death. Okay, how to attain Krishna explains. It's a very interesting topic. This is now verse number 46. Yada pravrittir bhutanam yena sarvam idam tatam swakarmana tam abhyarcha siddhim vindati manava. See, siddhim, again siddhim. Siddhi is there, you see. 45th verse, siddhi. 46th verse, siddhi. Word siddhi is there. Siddhi means perfection. So what is the perfection? Perfection means, in this Krishna's language, it is going back to Godhead. Going back to spiritual world. Right? So how to attain the perfection? Krishna says, Yata pravrittir bhutanam yena sarvam idam tatam. Hmm? The worship of the Lord, who is the source of all beings and who is all pervading. Swakarmanadam abhyarcha. Same, he is repeating what he has told in 45th verse. Sve karmana, karmani abhirata means whatever duty one has to do in whatever division of society he is situated in. If he simply perform his duty, uh, and while performing the duty, if he understands the results of this duty, we have to worship the Lord. Why worship the Lord? And what is the reason for doing this? Krishna explains in this verse, and Prabhupada elaborates very nicely. Very interesting. Right? Somebody may say, I am a doctor. Okay, if I do my duty as a doctor, In the way Krishna is telling me, I can attain moksha. Yes. That's what Prabhupada said in the beginning of this chapter. Even a person working in a factory, he is also a sannyasi. What Prabhupada says. See, very nicely Prabhupada says, there are many members of International Society for Krishna ISKCON who work very hard in their office or in a factory or some other place, right? And whatever they earn, they give it to society. Such highly elevated souls are actually sannyasis. You see, uh, persons with proper understanding Krishna consciousness and offering the results to Krishna in a particular specific way. They may work in a office or a factory or anywhere, because their consciousness is very fixed up with regard to service to Krishna, and they also do it practically in their actions. So they are, Prabhupada says, they're actually sannyasis. Right? So same thing Krishna is elaborating here. What happens when somebody is doing an activity? Generally, people, the mentality of action means action I do, any action, result or the fruit I want to enjoy. Phala apekshita karma. Phala apeksha karma. So Krishna says, whole Gita, what is he talking? Nirashir, nirmamo, nirahankara. Give up the results, give up the desire to enjoy the fruits. You are not the body. This whole world, any property, any asset is not yours. Krishna is repeating again and again. So here, very nice formula Krishna is giving, that yes, you should perform your duty as per the directions Krishna is giving us in Bhagavad Gita, and based on the nature of work, what you are inclined to, with regard to your previous karmas, what you are carrying, you perform that duty, perform your own duties. Swakarmanatam abhyarchya. Right? But in all these activities, the beneficiary or the benefactor or the enjoyer should be Krishna. Fifth chapter, what does Krishna say? Peace formula. Bhoktaram yagna tapasam sarvaloka maheshwaram. Krishna says, I am the enjoyer of all sacrifices, of all austerities, of all activities. Again, ninth chapter, Krishna says, Aham is sarva bhoktaram. Right? Very nicely, he mentions, it's very interesting verse, 9.24. Yeah. See, aham is sarva yajnanam bhokta cha prabhureva cha. Natu mam abhijananti tatve nata shavanti te. See, Krishna says, aham is sarva yajnanam bhoktaram. He says, I am the enjoyer and the only object of sacrifice. If you don't recognize this aspect of my real situation, my transcendental nature, that person will fall down. Krishna says, right? Shavantite. So, worship of the Lord is a very important factor. Worship of the Lord means what? Offering the results of your activity to Krishna. Yat karoshi yad ashnashi yad juhoshi yad asyat yat tapasyasi kaunteya kurushvamadarpanam. Whatever you do, whatever you eat, whatever you offer as sacrifice, whatever charity you give, whatever austerity you do, everything do it as an offering for me. Right? Why Krishna is repeatedly telling these points again and again. Yagnarthat karmanonyatra lokoyam karma bandhana. Any activity which is not having intention of satisfying Krishna, that becomes a karma bandhana for you. Third chapter Krishna says. Like this is the principle in which Krishna is talking all these things to Arjuna. Perfection of your activity, whatever profession you are doing, can give you perfection, provided the results of the activity you are giving it to Krishna. That is called worship of Krishna. Why you have to give results to Krishna? Prabhupada explains. He says, Actually speaking, if you see what is our situation, we are all part and parcel of Krishna. Mamayavamshu jiva loke jiva bhuta sanatana. And Krishna is the source of we living entities as well as the entire material world. Janmadyasya yataha, Prabhupada explains. So, anything you see in this material world, including we living entities, Krishna is the source. Right? So, Krishna being the source, it's like in your body, the different parts of your body belongs to you as a person. And all those parts should serve you. Right? If tomorrow hand will say, no, no, you want to eat food, no, eat whatever way you want. I will not help you. Legs will do strike. You want to go and eat food, at least going to dining table I have to go. I can't even get up and walk. Hands are not cooperating. What you will do? How will eat? Mouth also will tell, I will not chew the food. What you will do? Eat. Legs on strike, hands on strike, mouth on strike. You have to fast and die. So this is what happens. So no cooperation, no proper understanding. So because the hand is thinking I am independent, leg thinks it's independent, and the mouth is thinking I am independent. This is called ignorance. Actually, all of them are different parts of the body, same body. They only when they cooperate, when the body needs food, the legs have to move to where the food is, hands have to pick up the food, the mouth has to chew the food and swallow the food and put it in the stomach. Once the food goes to stomach, automatically it goes to every part of the body. Legs also will get the energy, hands also will get the energy, mouth also will get the energy. Right? Simple principle which all of us know. This is what Krishna is telling us. I am the source of everything. I am all pervading. From me only everything has come. Right? So whatever you see in this material world is only my manifestation. So when you say you are performing duty, you are doing duty within the arrangements Krishna has made. Right? When a person is offering worship to Ganga Mata by taking a handful of water, palmful of water, and putting back to Ganga, the water he did not bring from his house. It is the same Ganga water he has taken and he is offering. What he is adding there, he is adding his devotion, his surrender, his submission, his feeling of complete, his submission, worship of Ganga Mata. So, you should understand all the different resources around me, including my body, including my soul. It is nothing is mine. It is all Krishna's. Everything should be used for Krishna's service. Right? The external energy is the background, right? And the internal energy is his own energy, Prabhupada explains. Right? He is super soul of all the human beings, animals, everywhere. He is part and parcel of Krishna. So, it is a duty of everyone to render service unto Supreme Lord. Right? So, what is recommendation given here is you understand that everything is Krishna's. I am also Krishna's. The best thing to engage as any duty for me is to serve Him only. Anything else you do, it is not going to achieve the overall plan of Krishna's arrangement. You're doing something else. An employee in an office or in a factory is supposed to work for that company or that factory. He starts doing some other business sitting in some other in that factory. What happens? He is not doing justice to what he is earning. Likewise, so Krishna's arrangement, Krishna's whole big factory, we are part of. We are all employees of that. We are supposed to work only for Krishna, nothing else. So very nicely, the paragraph you see, the last paragraph of this purport, very interesting. Everyone should think that he is engaged in a particular type of occupation by Rishikesha, the master of the senses. And by the result of the work in which one is engaged, the Supreme Personality of Godhead Sri Krishna should be worshipped. See, any activity you do, the result which comes out from that activity. That result should be given to Krishna. If one thinks always in this way, in full Krishna consciousness, then by the grace of the Lord, he becomes fully aware of everything. Right? You see. This is the beginning of, this is the perfection of life. The Lord says in Bhagavad Gita, Aham Tesham Aham Samudhrata. This 12th chapter, Krishna says. Supreme Lord himself takes charge of delivering such a devotee. Which devotee? As Krishna says, Yi Sarvani Karmani. That's what that 12th chapter, verse 6th and 7th verse says. Yetu Sarvani Karmani Mayi Sanyasya Matparaha. Aranyeneva Yogena Mam Dhyayanto Pasate. Tesham Aham Samudratta Mrityu Samsara Sagara. One who engages or one who worships Krishna, giving up all his activities unto me and being devoted to me without deviation. You see, worships means giving up all results to Krishna only, everything for Krishna, Krishna Arpanam. And being devoted to me without deviation, engaged in transcendental devotional service, always meditating upon me, fixed his mind upon me, I become the swift deliverer for them, which means Krishna himself takes charge of delivering such a devotee. That is called perfection. That is the highest perfection of life, that Prabhupada says. We endeavoring for perfection and Krishna delivering us, or Krishna is bestowing perfection upon us. Bhagavad Gita always says, you simply endeavor to serve Krishna, Krishna will deliver you. There are other streams of disciplines of yoga practice, Jnana Yoga, Dhyana Yoga, Karma Yoga, anything. You have to endeavor, and you have to qualify yourself for liberation. Whereas Bhakti, what happens? You only serve Krishna, Krishna will automatically deliver you. That is the point. In whatever occupation one may be engaged, if we serve Supreme Lord, he'll achieve the highest perfection. Let's see. Not simply perfection, highest perfection. Paramangati. Right? Siddhi. Siddhi, Gati, Krishna uses this word again and again. So, the important principle of, actually now from this verse onwards, you see, after the end of Bhagavad Gita, we see in this chapter, Krishna is going to give you gems of wisdom. It's a very important essence. Anything we do, the benefactor should be Krishna. That is the message in this verse. We should offer all our efforts, all our activities to Krishna. Just serve Krishna, completely absorbed in his service, 24 hours devoted to his, his engagement, different engagements. Offer everything to Krishna. If this is the mode with which you work, Krishna will take care of you. That's what Krishna is telling us. That is the perfection. Living a life like that, you'll automatically, Krishna will see that you get delivered. Right? It is the beauty of this devotional service aspect. So like this, many wonderful principles Krishna is going to explain every verse, beginning with this verse 46. We will continue our discussions in the next session from 47 onwards. Okay, so I'll stop here. Anybody has anything to ask, discuss, we can take a few questions or some discussions. Hare Krishna.
It's already midnight. Prabhuji will not bother you. You're the highest motivator to us. The way you motivate means if we may miss any class in a week, so we feel that we have lost something. So and also we will discuss so many points are there. So when you come back to India, that time we will discuss, Prabhuji. Not today.
Yes, Prabhuji.
It is
Thank
already
you
been.
so much, Prabhuji.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. I mean, how much you are taking, pressure for us. Amazing, Prabhuji. Thank you so much. Thank you, Prabhuji.
We shall be grateful to you
Yes,
from.
Prabhuji. Yes,
So
Prabhuji.
don't worry, it's all it's part of our duty.
Hey, Prabhuji, because
That is what we are supposed to be doing.
so many preachers are taking class, but your class is different, Prabhuji.
Yes.
Yes.
That's why
Yes,
there's so much
yes,
attached.
I agree to
I didn't take any
Last
class.
five,
I'm
last
only
5 years
reading.
we are attached.
I'm only reading what Prabhupada has written. You're only hearing that. I'm not telling anything different. Okay. But anyway, thank you.
Thank you so much,
Yeah.
Prabhuji.
We'll discuss later, Prabhuji. We will not bother you now this time.
Hare Krishna.
Hare
Okay, thank you.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.